Yeah, in God that I trust. Me taking no loss. We be the hottest on the scene. Gemstones from the dust. Big dog with your leash. Where's the love in the streets? Got my heart on the beat. See that blood on my sheets. Yeah, when me ready, me hit it heavy. I zoom out the pride of my people already. Them I see Ellie. Me, I'm just sharing my journey. I'm thankful that people they hear me. Tribe of Joseph, I'm ahead of the bunch. P5, I was starving for months.
Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Aaron Rodgers and the New York Jets taking on Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals.
Take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, it's Week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the New York Jets. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
And a short kick taking it about this. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Well, it's hard enough to play on the road in this league as it is. But to start on the road with a fumble on the opening kickoff, just not the precedent you obviously want to set.
Not at all. And now it's just words because they've talked about it all week. From the time they start game planning for this one. Remember, going into hostile territory, we have to set the tone right in the beginning, and they do the exact opposite.
Now the second-year man from Carolina, this is Michael Carter. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
Big Dwayne Brown, the tackle, guilty there. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Now Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. That's Carter. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain down.
And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off, and the Bengals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect it. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
Now the Bengals getting set for their first possession of the ball game and leading them out in his 3rd season. Really the face of Cincinnati football, Joe Burrow.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
They find some open field here. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 6 catches, 54 yards.
And that was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy that defenses had better focus on.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. The Jets at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate. The always tough NFL.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. And again, it's Rodgers. Going right back to Wilson. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
The general manager of the New York Jets continues to make investments in the receiver room in this draft. 10th overall pick. They invested again, this time with Garrett Wilson out of Ohio State. Great speed, outstanding body control, really goes up and snatches the ball out of the air. Everything that you're looking for in a WR1. It gets the first down right there.
On 2nd down, a run with Carter. And he'll go down at the 28. 7 yards there and a first down. To throw is Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
From the 2nd down, Rodgers. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Back to the ground with Carter. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Rodgers going to throw. Throwing quickly to Wilson. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Bengals will get the football back. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Keep in mind they can still get a first down here as they come up on 2nd and inches. Once again they run with Mixon. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown Bengals. Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bengals are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. New York ready to go again offensively. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. To throw, it's Rodgers. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
That's an early scrambler that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
That one covers 29 yards, first down.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Throwing is Rodgers. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Caught, it's Wilson. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
That's about as exciting of a 1-yard run as you're going to see, finding a way to dodge that first would-be tackler, but again, just 1 yard out of it.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Carter on the toss right. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And that is incomplete. Logan Wilson right there to knock that ball away. So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
The Bengals drive about to get going. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Burrow. Out to the... And he lost the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. He's got room at the 30. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1 because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a 1-score game.
John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop him. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the...
Nixon hit, and all the ball is out. And this will get out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. So fortunately, they're able to hold on to the possession. Well, obviously, you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline and saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense.
Yeah.
I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now Burrow loses the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
The Bengals bring out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed on just a 1-yard return. And the Jets will take over. The New York set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Another run on second down with Carter. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now, the Bengals had the remarkable run to the Super Bowl last year, but one team that gave them trouble were these New York Jets. You might remember back in Week 8, it was the Jets rallying behind backup Mike White, who threw for 405 yards and 3 touchdowns, and a 34-31 New York victory over the Bengals. Throwing on 2nd and 8, Rodgers. He'll dump this off to Carter, complete. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Now it's Rodgers. He finds Wilson. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Carter will try the right side. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes where people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it off. Down the numbers. There he goes. The 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
And McPherson on for the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Taken at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Some good games coming up here in Week 3, the first weekend of fall officially. And tonight, the Niners and Broncos from Denver. 49er fans are probably saying, wait, I thought we were done with Russell Wilson. No, they'll see him tonight. And then on Monday night, Cowboys and Giants from MetLife Stadium kicking off at 8:15 Eastern. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Carter. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers, he'll find Lazard here over the middle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 43. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 43 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Rodgers. Finds Lazard quickly on the slant. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Carter. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Another run on 2nd down with Carter. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. The Jets on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll run with Carter. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Michael Carter. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jets have got it back to within a score. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL. A complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And he's got it to make this a 21-17 game. A 10-play drive that time. And it was Michael Carter who finished it all off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the gun on third down is Burrow. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. First down. Here's Burrow. Throw left side, complete to Chase. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 106 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. They'll give it to Mixon, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Burrow will throw. Touchdown! Tyler Boyd, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to add on to their advantage. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So that drive... In total, 8 plays. And it's finished off by the touchdown from Tyler Boyd. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Michael Carter and the Jets offense ready to get back to work. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Rodgers now to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
To throw again on second down. Rodgers. He juked him. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. From the 31, Rodgers got his man complete over the middle. That's Carter. Rodgers now on 1st down. Open man is Uzama. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now Rodgers. This is caught. Touchdown, Jets. Garrett Wilson, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Jets have cut it back within a score. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Zerline now for the PAT. And the lead is down to 4. So that drive goes 8 plays. And Garrett Wilson capped things off with a touchdown grab. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Joe Burrow and the Bengals set to go back on offense. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
Here we go. 180.
Now Burrow on 1st down. Open. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And it's scooped up by the Jets. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
They'll start on the ground. Carter. Oh, what a move. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. And it's a rush to the line right now for the Jets. From the 45 on 2nd down, Rodgers. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. They fake the give. Now Rodgers taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this one is incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
A throw to the flat for Carter. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Carter straight ahead. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll start with an AFC East battle down in South Florida. Buffalo at Miami. And that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the second quarter. From there, we'll head down to Charlotte to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. Laviska Shenault, a touchdown reception. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to check on the Patriots. And they lead the visiting Baltimore Ravens at halftime. Ramondre Stevenson, a touchdown run in that first half. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? This taken in at the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Running back Michael Carter returning to the field with the rest of this offense. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game...
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 74 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. On third down, here's Carter. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
So after the defense gets you the ball on a takeaway and a fumble recovery of their own, you've got to reward them, don't you? You've got to stay out on the field, give them a chance to rest, and how about doing it the way they did it, running the football and picking it up on third down.
Yeah, would not have wanted to go 3 and out. They avoid that right there.
Yeah, they avoided the glares as they went back to the bench, didn't they?
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Here's Rodgers to throw. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Jeremy Ruckert with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jets have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Robert Saleh, one to take chances. His guys will go for 2 here. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will find the end zone here. And the lead moves up to 7. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. And so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. And he loses the football the second time. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. And that one is his second fumble loss. Not a good look out of your return man.
And not only does he hurt the momentum for his team or even change momentum of the game, but now they've got a decision to make on his own sideline. Does he continue to do that? Do you keep him in that role, or do you bring someone else in at this time?
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Throwing now is Rodgers. The defense gets a hand on it, but he still grabs it. Touchdown! Michael Carter. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
Into the end zone. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Well, right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You're trailing by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard in doing that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try and play free and natural.
And here's a throw taken in by Boyd.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. John Franklin Myers able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, partner, I would say just avoid play action. But that's not just been the problem. This defense, they've been getting pressure on all types of pass plays and really piling up the sacks in this contest.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Burrow looking to pass. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And that's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the 1st down.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Burrow. Quick slant caught by Chase. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 21. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Mixing up the middle. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals are back within a score. So he's in for his 3rd score of the game, and defense probably saying, man, we don't want to see this guy for a long time.
It's bad enough when anyone scores a touchdown against you, but for one person to get 3, it almost sets him apart from the rest of the game, and no one likes to see any of those players on a pedestal, not from the defensive point of view.
McPherson on for the point after. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Just a gain of a couple there. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's got to hook up to Lazard. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
So the challenge does not sway the official's decision. The spot of the football going to remain right where it is. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow.
Open man is Chase, complete.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
Now it's Burrow.
And there's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
Oh, they'll try a jet sweep here with Higgins.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. They'll set up the screen here to mix it.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them. Go with the screen, and they're able to get the 1st down.
Big 13. Big 13.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And he's going to take this down to about the 17.
135 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
From the 17.
Burrow looking for Chase on the out route. He's got him.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
Burrow to his old LSU teammate Chase for a Bengal first.
A handoff to Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Joe Mixon.
A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Bengals are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
And New York set to take the field.
And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. To throw is Rodgers.
Finding space at the 40.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Rodgers now on 1st down. He'll get this to Lazard.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
A give, Carter running right.
And he goes diving forward to try to get an extra yard or 2. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. A handoff for Carter. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Rodgers going to throw. And this, incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Rodgers. Oh, he brings it in off the deflection. And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. Going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run with Carter. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Carter again. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Michael Carter taking it in from a yard out. And the Jets answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Zerline good with a PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead. The touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Jets will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. On first down, Rodgers. Pass complete. He's got Lazard on the out route. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be second down. Here's a give to Carter. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. To throw, it's Rodgers. He has a man. It's complete to Wilson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw here going to be caught by Wilson. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher if guys trying to get to the football.
Rodgers' throw here pulled in by Lazard. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 29-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
On first and 10, here's Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it second down. Throwing is Rodgers. That's complete to Lazard. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 17-yard line. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And Lazard's got it again. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big.
Touchdown, Jets! 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Jets look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Bengals drive about to get going. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. Was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. From the 36, Burrow out of his hands quickly to Higgins. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game? It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now the ball comes loose, and it's scooped up by the Jets. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. Got an open man, that's C.J. Uzomah. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
One-handed. Love the effort. Not much production on that play, though, huh?
Not a whole lot of yardage. You get that grab, you probably want a first down.
And he'll be the one in the film session and be saying, hey, run that one back, coach.
Yeah.
Run that one back.
One more time.
Let's see that again.
2 more time.
And they won't.
8 more time.
They won't. Didn't get much out of it.
7 yards on the quick slant and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Carter. Down at the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Now Rodgers on the bootleg. He finds Wilson. Touchdown! Aaron Rodgers on fire. His 5th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Jets have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. So an important touchdown right there is now they're really beginning to pull away.
Yeah, this was a tight game until not too long ago. But since then, they've hit the accelerator. And they pushed the lead up to 3 scores here in the 4th quarter. And I don't see them looking back.
Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Slant pass to Boyd.
And he's going to get this down near the 25. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And Burrow going to throw again. And that will be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase from 17 yards out. And the Bengals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Jets have got it. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. On play action, Rodgers runs over it. That is caught. It's Uzama. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Rodgers throwing here. Throwing quickly to Wilson. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And it's caught. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now a play fake. Rodgers. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. He'll wind up losing 10 there. A full 10 yards. So that one hurts. And it brings up 3rd and goal. On play action. Now Rodgers. And he's got it. They are able to get 9 yards out of that, but now it's 4th down.
Nice completion, nice gain.
Great tackle.
Really good tackle. Kept him in bounds, kept things going. What do you do here?
That's the question. Let's see what they do. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets.
Tyler Conklin, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets tack on another score as they have dominated this fourth quarter. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
So that drives 7 plays in length, and it ends with a Jet touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. And out now, here come the Bengals. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Rodgers will take a knee here, and that should be all she wrote. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Jets, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they'll fall to 1-2. And they will be at home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Jets as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.